Welcome back to Sailing Trilleen. I'm in Antsey Cove, just outside Torquay, and about to move into Torquay Harbour for a night alongside. As I put some sun cream on, I'll just talk you through what's about to happen and invite you to come along for a bit of the ride. So this morning I'm going to show you what it means to get the anchor up on Trilleen. We're anchored in about 8 meters of water, and there's maybe 4 meters of tide on top of that at the moment. So I've got a very generous, probably best part of 45 meters of chain out, which weighs about a kilo a meter. So it's quite a big haul if you want to get it all back in. Fortunately, I have a power windlass, which was a good fit. Unfortunately, it doesn't yet have its controls all the way back to the cockpit. It means running a cable all the way back through the boat, and I haven't quite eventuated to that point yet. So there's a bit of running about going to go on while we do that, and the audio is going to be rubbish because firstly the wind's got up a little bit, and secondly the engine will be on, so I might have to voice that bit over afterwards. Antsey Cove is a very lovely little anchorage here. I'm just on the outside of it really. I'm still getting trust in this new ground tackle because I've got a new anchor and a new chain, and I've made a new bridle for it, so I'm being quite conservative about where I put the boat in order that if she drags somewhere safe, and I've got long enough to do something about it before we hit something, which is always the fear when you're anchored. But I think as I go down the south coast I probably want to be anchoring as much as possible, because once I get to the west of Ireland it's really what I'm going to have to be doing the whole time. So anyway, here are some fragments of the trip into Torquay, and immediately I got out the anchorage I was starting to get the fenders and the lines out from the lockers, which is a largest job because there are 5 fenders and this heap of lines is what it takes to tie Trilleen up. She's a heavy girl, so I don't want to underdo it on the lines. And then there's always time for a cup of tea, especially in the morning. And this is the approach into Torquay. It's a beautiful harbour. Torquay is just this amazing bay. It's time to get the fenders tied on, and that's where I stopped filming because I was about to start the approach. I'm always nervous of big send-offs before trips like this one. I have a feeling they can build up expectations and go wrong. But I'm actually very grateful to my friends at CCYC who put a little departure party together for me, and to Matt Greer, who came away from his newborn daughter to push me off in style and get me out of the harbour. So this was the trip leaving for Portland. Most of you know that I'm disabled, living with the after effects of a spinal injury. One of the things that lots of spinal injured people have difficulties with is continence, and I need to catheterise and specifically manage my own SPC catheter. Lots of people get this done with their district nurses, but because I'm away sailing I need to be able to do this myself. The urology team at Salisbury were fantastic about it. They were like, yeah, you're very sensible, go ahead, do it. So this is actually me doing the first one just before I left Cowes. Because of YouTube's algorithms I'm sort of blurring the critical bits, but it's a very easy procedure actually. The key to it is doing it quickly so that the stoma, the hole between the bladder wall and the abdominal wall, doesn't close on you while you're got the catheter out. Pleased to say it all went well and it's working nicely.